Hello and good morning! Thank you for clicking on another one of my videos. I am Robbie of the McFly variety, and today we're gonna fix the traffic. I've done this scenario a million times before. I finally beat it because I slowed down and stopped caring about aesthetics more than actual gameplay. But now we're going to apply what I learned from gameplay to a little bit of aesthetics. I would like to be able to take this city and fix it, and then maybe even as time goes on, maybe just create like a little side series of like just a little bit more fun. Kind of run two cities at once, go back and forth, so I don't get burnt out on both of them. So what I figured out is, one, we got to start with the free options, the free things that we can do, which is a lot of downgrading. Especially in this area, gets a lot of downgrading of roads, and then creating the small connections like these that should have always been connected anyway. And then also just straight up removing things. I'm going to start out with the free aspects of Move It and bulldozing. So I find that getting rid of these two right here and then following up at the very end really helps out a lot of the traffic issues. And we're gonna go ahead and let's see here. Can this be free if I just go straight to the lot of roads right here? What is it? Does it cost me nothing? 250, nothing. We'll definitely do the nothing parts. Let's come back to the 250 part, and that's a good place to be. I'm gonna come right back after doing some like the details here. Now that we got that sunk in, we can go ahead and actually downgrade parts of this highway too. Lane math. Get rid of what we really don't need. Alright, that'll help that all move along. So start there, and then we're gonna do this part next. I feel like this is worth spending our money on. Go ahead and get rid of this, because if you don't notice that, so this is coming in here and then this is coming under here. It's both the same direction. There's literally no connectivity for this side of the road coming in or this side of the road coming out. Like this side just got ignored completely. So in leaving what we can here, but also making use of everything else we already have, we're going to turn off bending for one, and turn on anarchy. Give this a bend in, because we want to be able to get here to here without messing with this at all. And I kind of like that does that. So I'm going to let that do that, so that people coming off here can get on the highway and go. People coming off here can just get out. And then let's use a bit of move it just to make that right. That's not terrible. Alright, so that handles that direction. And now, too far. It'll be okay. Handle this. Could be better. We're not going to complain too much. And do a little bit downgrading. So they're coming off the... So many nodes in this city. Nope. Ground level. Cool. Cool. I said I really liked that, and then I got rid of it. Man, I never realized I had done that before. I always liked it. Let's just take this. Let it make some kind of sense. Alright, and then this will require a few upgrades, but they're worthwhile. So, and they also just make it make sense. I did not mean to. It'll be okay. Alright, and then I want to downgrade that. There we go. Is that all directions taken care of? Ooh, one too many. We'll take that mulligan. And then, I'll worry about that detail later. This is going to get changed out entirely. There's no way I can allow that to stick around. I could definitely make something interesting out of what we have here, though. And just to make sure things work the way they're supposed to. I've always hated this. Alright. That takes care of that. We'll go ahead and do some downgrades here. Just looks dumb. We're going to do some downgrades there too. And just make that look a little bit better. There we go. Alright. So terrible. And then up here, what I like to do, or what I found was nicest to do, is remove that entirely. Turn this into a bridge so we can keep that connectivity, making use of the infrastructure we already have. And then to get started, I take this in, that right there, and put it over there. Disconnect all of that nonsense. Come back to the bridge mode. Straighten her up because we're just gonna be that guy. Right? And then we come in here and we use modded roads. Now this might be a little bit a cheating, but it's just really the best option. I was using a different road before, but I think I want to utilize something like this now. And then we're going to go and get a 3x1 asymmetrical road all the way back here as this and that. But we're going to put this here. Now, while we're here, let's go ahead and upgrade that and that. Alright, correct that, and then also create some connectivity right here, just because we're already here. Why? Yeah, there we go. Put some industry in here, that way there's some space for growth. Alright, and then this is actually a really important thing because there needs to be some decent flow here, right? So say, my goodness, say that goes like that only. Wow, the rain really does not help that out. Is this imperative for traffic? Not even a little bit, but it makes me happy, and that's why we're gonna do it. Now, usually I wouldn't be one for putting these lane markings everywhere. I've really tried my best to get away from it, but I feel like in a situation like this, it's okay. Can I know what I'm clicking on real quick? We're going to go ahead and say that they get to move forward, and we're going to turn off crossings there. I'm going to create connectivity right here because I found it to be extremely beneficial in the last version. Alright, and let's go ahead and get rid of some nodes again. Again. Just take that and that. That and that too. And we'll come get this 4-lane one-way again and utilize it. I'd rather just keep the 2-lane here. And with that, we can actually, not residential, let's just put some office. I'm not usually one for doing something like this, but we're taking the liberties of trying to, win a scenario. Now, the last thing I usually do here is add 4 lanes here, but I could. I just realized it's 5 lanes there. I also just realized that there's a thing I'm forgetting to do before I do that. So let's go ahead and just back all that off real quick. Let's see what this does. And then we'll straighten that out. Shift this up. Straighten it out again. Back everything off. And we're gonna put a 4-lane highway in right here, which is funny because like eventually it can get downgraded, but we're just gonna utilize the 4 lanes for right now. And for sake of understanding, well, don't that just look terrible? No matter what, you got those 3 lanes separating the median here, so it's gonna be like that. And we'll draw some some of these. Which can hurt or benefit traffic. We're just gonna do our damn best and see what happens. Actually, don't want to turn around there. So take that far lane. And because that one goes off, we're going to utilize both. No. We'll give one turnaround for the adjusting. Actually, there we go. Yeah. Alright. Go ahead and turn on the right lane there, and then we're actually going to do some custom traffic lights. I find that this really is what helps get the thing started up. Now, something I learned from another YouTuber is this: no one is driving, how to use these, how to utilize this. And I have just pretty much fallen in love with no one is driving. If there's no one moving there, move along, stop wasting everybody's time. So we're going to start by going this direction, and because we want them to move in all directions, we're going to have them feed on out, no issues, just move along. We're going to add that. And just keep making our way through this in a circular fashion. Alright. Oh. Trust me, that's going to be the biggest help. Start that. So now that can run. We're going to turn off that there. No. Set off. And another huge free aspect. Let's how do we want to go about this? I think it'd be best if I go ahead and go through a lot of these downgrades and see here. Yep. I'm gonna go through a lot of these downgrades and connectivity issues. And then we're going to go through and add all of the yield signs. I get what they were doing, right? The idea of you flow in here, you go out there, kind of like a fountain. But you, like, the industries do have to work with each other, so you have to allow them connectivity in this fashion. We're also going to upgrade these middle parts. This is a worthwhile investment here to do this. And then there we go. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm cool with one-ways, as you can tell. Like, I think it does help manage the traffic in a lot of ways. I just don't think that it's good for forcing entire lines of traffic or trying to create the idea of like a traffic flow situation. Like, oh, here I am, moving along, not even connecting one of my major connections. That this little bit of road here is a huge. Sometimes I really hate this game. But thank God for mods, because with this connection here, right? This connection doesn't do like everything in the world like you'd hope it would, but when I put the future highway connection here, it's glorious. So those are all the major things that I needed to get done. I didn't have to sync this, but I'm happy I did. And with all that road connectivity and $2,000 in the bank, let's go throughout the city. And you know what I just remembered? Yep. And this is all downgrade, so that's the main route. That glare, man. There it goes. Let's see here. That was already done. This is the main road. Treating this like a main route in. We're gonna go ahead and do this one. Alright. Is that all downgraded? Thinking about it, I probably should downgrade everything out here too. But this surprisingly doesn't end up being that bad at all. Alright, so we'll put on a little montage here of me going through and doing all these yield signs real quick. It's a grueling task, but it's a necessary one. Let's go. stopping where they need to go right now. Did I? I did. Good. Already, people are... Because they had the opportunity to change lane. They didn't. That's where they want to be. That's... You're starting to bring in money now. So let's go ahead and... How did I want to do this? Alright, with some money in the bank. I know this looks a little strange. Just follow along with me. It worked in the last one. You know what? We're actually gonna... Yeah, let's do that. That looks terrible. That's a lot better. And just so I don't have to look at how bad this is. There we go. Come back in here, make sure that that's right. Turn off straight and there, and actually, worth it. It won't destroy us to do these real quick. And then we're gonna come back and double check that yet again. Hit that, hit that. Yeah. I'm not worried about that one. We do not want anybody going straight through here. And I guess while we're watching everything unfold, let's go ahead and want that the other way here. Oh! A lot of this is just letting some of these vehicles get where they were trying to go in the first place. So once these garbage trucks go and do their thing, they go back home. Yeah, just having them removed from the equation entirely is going to be a huge help. And we might go ahead, come in here. And that's that direction. We might go ahead and just give these guys 20 each, just to go ahead and let them filter stuff out. Because this is not a permanent solution. It does not work as a permanent solution. Lights at the end of a highway never work, not even in real life. But we got to play with what we have, and what we could afford. We can afford more now, so it makes me wonder if I want to go ahead and do the roundabout idea here. But we're going to let it be for a second. so many people just want to get from here to here. And just while we're letting things go, I'm just gonna do small changes like this that we can afford along the way. Yeah, that's better. So you can see how well that's enjoyed. Like they wanted that. They wanted that bad. And so there's that. A lot of these people are just trying to turn in here to get over here. So we're gonna go ahead and give this, yeah. Give them an off ramp. And I did previously do something like this. Let's do it with this road first. Yeah. Hey! Cool! I honestly don't know how I made it over that, but I'm happy with it. Alright. So we're already on our way over to the 35,000. That's right, this is a major issue. I don't understand why this happens. They'll... do I get rid of them now? I'm going to get rid of them now, because they're just going to turn into abandoned buildings, and if I don't see that in time, they'll take down every house around them. No. Put residents back in. Shoot it. And this stinks, it really does. I don't fully understand why the land value is such... I don't know why it's not good anymore. Why that's a part of this scenario in general. Maybe it's literally just written in there in order. Oh my god, it does that. Does there even any districts? Huh, never realized that. But I find that just getting rid of them and giving the space for the city to regrow is the best thing. Now, how fast do I want to do this? Let me stop. Let's let it grow back a little bit more. Traffic here is pretty much handled. It's the traffic here I'm concerned about. Let's see what removing all that helps. See, this is proof that the game really does not like giant intersections. Because they only let like 2-3 cars into an intersection at a time. So when that happens, it helps block it up. So here we have, that's already cleared out immensely. They've been given all the time in the world, and now that's actual movement. Now that I have something going on here, I'm going to do this trick a little bit sooner than expected. Gonna downgrade this too. And I'm gonna do that. actually, I will let them turn. Hey! Cool. We got the $300,000. I can build anything I want now. Last time I utilized it by getting rid of this, but this isn't working too bad. So, and this isn't working too bad. Nothing over here really is working too bad. Let's take a look at stuff. Let's see here. We have cul-de-sacs. Let's utilize the tools we have. That's terrible. How did that light make its way through? Okay. And there's all the dead houses. The trick will be that we will get ahead of that by rebuilding it with high density. Now, it might seem silly to put high density on this side of the river, but it doesn't actually end up being that bad. We can get good connectivity that way. Okay, so is this... It's still bad, but not as bad as it was. And then this is always just utterly terrible. Alright, so that kind of becomes the winner. Did they do the... that's so painful to see. There we go. Another traffic light. Another traffic light. You know what? Actually, let's use that 300,000 for some trams or metro. How much was metro? 18,000 per. Did not realize that. That's a lot of money. 12th. How is it? Oh, because it's underground. Okay, that makes sense actually. Okay. So if we go and look at the tram, you know, and we're gonna go ahead and go straight for. I told y'all I love tram. We're gonna go straight for this run, one that separates it from the main through. Now this does mean. Oh, wait, I waited. This does mean that I'm going to have to go back through and fix the signage, but that's okay. I can deal with that. All the yield signs and stuff, if that wasn't completely clear. Because trams really like to put traffic lights in, which kind of makes sense, but at the same time is really aggravating. Because if there's no traffic, why is my tram stopping? Instead of coming down here, could I go into the industrial area and back out? No, that's a terrible idea. Okay, now let's just add our tram depot. Ideally, this just makes sense as a location. And you know what? I haven't done that connectivity yet. Alright. That's a no to connecting that. And there we go with that. Now, I would get picky about what trams end up on this line. I can't. I cannot bring myself to get picky about this. Just let them go. If it puts really like large trams on there, then it actually might be better. You know, less that it just means less cars on the roads, and that's a good place to be. You know what? Let's go ahead and put it there. And besides, once we win the scenario and the city is ours to play with as we please, we'll be making well enough money to change everything about that. Because trust me, when given the opportunity, I will be changing everything about this city. Not everything, you know what I mean. Let that fill in first. Then again, who would want to move next to an abandoned house? So let's at least get rid of the ones that are pointless. These This is something that I just don't want to see anymore. So we're going to go ahead and just correct. We'll have opportunities to put more industry elsewhere. Alright, and then just two, well, one. Just because I hate it so much. There we go. There we go. Yeah, just get out. So no traffic there. No traffic over here. We're 78%. This is the worst node of traffic. And it's because people are trying to get across. So not doing too bad. We're not helping ourselves with population, but at the same time, we're not so detrimental. Actually, let's check something real quick. This is like my least favorite feature. Automatically add traffic lights if applicable. I hate that. Let me decide. I want to know whether or not I have a set of traffic lights there because I placed them there. And this is one of the things I forgot to do once the city got started up. This was never a first part of the plan kind of deal. Left turns get their own lanes. Let's go ahead and straighten this out. That has way more people in it than I thought it would. Says 46 passengers. That's a whole lie. 293, 566, 62, 64, 394, 114, 319. These people desperately want transit. Alright, you know what? It's time. Alright, and let's see how this helps clear out a lot of this traffic. I just noticed something over here in this corner. I'll do that. Look at that. And then these guys get given. It's almost beautiful. You know what? You got the money. Why not? Actually, do I have... This yeah, worth it. Although, what is that? It's uneven land is what it is. But look at it working. Traffic abolished. Alright, so that handles that. We're at 82%. We're just waiting on population. Okay. That's a good place to be. So with that, what can we add to the city to make it really worth moving here? I utilized this space previously. And I think I'm going to do so again. Come in here, grab this simple park, and just because it makes me happy. It actually doesn't look too bad. Because we know it's 3 separate parks placed down like that, it doesn't look too great. But just... yeah, it doesn't look too bad at all. It just looks like a nice big park space. So creating that park space makes them happy there. They have the one transit line that's helping them get from here to here. And that should be helping out this area get more population. But something else that did really help get people to move in was a whole bunch of excited people ready to move in. Oh, no. Alright. Where can we just shove a whole bunch of high density? Besides where we've already shoved a whole bunch of high density. That's right. Cool. Alright, and this is a new one. Not enough buyers for products. Then why do you need more industry? Okay. Look at that traffic. No traffic. That's so needed. Wait. When you guys have a bunch of traffic, you have everywhere to put your stuff. Now that you have no traffic, you don't have enough buyers for products. I'm not sure I understand your thought process there, industry. What happens if I just make this all pretty? No. Do they get more interested if I do something like this? It just looks nicer too. This is the same brush for Appletown. Oh wait, no, we need that to fill in. This is the same brush for Appletown Plains. Oh, that's a lot of money I just spent on trees, but it does make it look a lot better. We're 2,000. What? Actually, veering up on 1,000 away from winning the scenario, and okay, after a good amount of waiting and trying to let the game do its thing, I think we need to come back and push it again. So where can we do enough changes to better, there we go. Actually, I don't think that space has water pipes. I don't feel like adding them in. We have all this lovely space here we could utilize instead of adding more infrastructure. Like all that filled in. Yeah, we're so... Oh, because I deleted houses. Okay, but they'll come back. Please come back. And there we go. We have won the fix the traffic scenario. Population over 35,000. Wow. And an 82% traffic flow. As I said, we will continue to move forward into actually expanding this city, seeing what we can do to have some fun with it. We're starting with a nice, cool 700,000, almost $800,000 in the bank. So we should definitely be able to make our first major avenue project happen, with some better connectivity across our highway here. And I'm excited to see what we can do with this in the future, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Just please do come back. I intend to have maybe 2 videos out per week. One I put together on the weekend, one I put together throughout the week. And I'll see you next time.